Chin has delivered a brief, alarming update that has left his followers worried. He claims they are coercing him into saying everything is false. Alongside this, he shared a video where he explains that unnamed individuals contacted him. They warned him to halt his uploads and pressured him to publicly retract his statements about the meteorite and the mysterious black organism linked to it. Chin expressed feeling threatened and mentioned being ordered to cease all updates immediately. For many viewers, this signified that his discovery had stirred deeper concerns beyond the online community. Reactions have come in swiftly and intensely. Thousands have shared Chin's post, reposted screenshots, and expressed their fears of an impending cover-up. Various comment threads and livestream discussions are filled with speculation regarding who may be behind this pressure: government entities, private interests, or hidden actors. This speculation reveals both public distrust in institutions and intrigue about the object itself. What stirs people's emotions deeply is not just Chin's claim of discovering something extraordinary, but also his assertion of being forced to deny it. Followers have moved beyond mere skepticism. Many are genuinely anxious for his safety. Their accounts are inundated with concerned messages. Supporters vow to keep an eye on his channel and alert others if his uploads cease. They plan to document timestamps and screenshots to preserve the record, should his feed go silent. Some have even established informal watch groups, pledging to track Chin's whereabouts and alert journalists if he disappears. The concern is palpable. People remember past instances where whistleblowers faced silencing or where crucial footage vanished after outside interference. Chin's assertion of being compelled to state everything is false feeds into these grave memories. Adding another layer to the overall response is the tension between credibility and coercion. Previously, Chin's videos captivated viewers due to their raw, immediate nature, capturing the strange occurrence in a shareable format. Now, his revelation that he's facing pressure has paradoxically made viewers take him more seriously. Many argue that if the discovery is genuine and powerful, it would warrant suppression from authorities. This perspective helps explain the increasing outreach to Chin. Secrecy does not negate authenticity, instead, it seems to affirm it. However, this situation raises critical questions. If someone is indeed being threatened, the appropriate course of action would be to reach out to impartial safety channels and seek legal sanctuary. Chin, while frightened, remains resolute about retaining a public record of the phenomenon. For now, his followers form a decentralized safety network, archiving his clips, disseminating updates, and demanding transparency from local authorities. The prevailing expectation is direct and fierce: if this entity exists, it should not be lost to vaults or classified reports without scrutiny. In the next few days, the outcome will focus on two possibilities. If Chin continues posting and remains unharmed, the community may view the intimidation as a failed attempt to exert control. Conversely, if his posts cease and access to the meteorite shifts, suspicion regarding a cover-up will solidify into a broad conviction. Irrespective of the outcome, Chin's brief proclamation about being forced to declare everything false has shifted the narrative's course. This began as a localized discovery but has escalated into an international scrutiny of transparency, trust, and the community's desire to engage with unexplainable phenomena amid pressure to forget. For those unfamiliar, his journey began simply. While exploring outdoors, Chin stumbled upon an unusual metallic stone resembling something that fell from the sky. Initially, he regarded it as he would any remarkable find, a potential meteorite. His early videos only expressed genuine excitement over handling something rare. Yet, that delight soon transformed into discomfort. Days after acquiring the stone, Chin began seeing a peculiar black substance seeping from tiny cracks in it. Initially small, the glossy streaks seemed innocuous, but they quickly evolved. Over time, the ooze multiplied and began behaving in ways no ordinary mineral should. Viewers of his TikTok videos witnessed the black matter stretching, pulsing, and moving in ways suggesting an agenda rather than mere chemical runoff. These deliberate and strangely coordinated movements turned what began as a geological curiosity into a compelling mystery capturing widespread attention online. The behavior of the substance intensified. It didn't just seep, as Chin's recordings illustrate. It took shapes, climbed nearby objects, and spread as if directed by intent. He noted moments when it visibly reacted to light, dark transitions and sounds, appearing to sense environmental stimuli. Some footage even shows the material splitting into separate masses, then later recombining, provoking theories of replication or self-reorganization. Such visuals drew in millions to watch, comment, and theorize, and interest in containment intensified alongside concern. In one update, Chin shared that he had secured the specimen within a reinforced safe to contain its spread. This safe became pivotal in his updates, as he posted videos briefly unlocking it to show the evolution of the black matter. With each glimpse inside, the substance appeared to grow more complex, forming branched structures reminiscent of life forms seen in science fiction. Interest hasn't been limited to online viewers. Strangers have approached Chin, seeking to purchase or seize the meteorite and its expanding contents. Some expressed concern for his safety, while others made more direct requests. He fears that government entities or powerful factions might try to confiscate his find. To avoid this outcome, he remains committed to secrecy while continuously releasing footage as public documentation, a strategy to prevent it from disappearing unnoticed. The raw and immediate evidence he provides boosts the debate. Instead of relying on hearsay, audiences have the opportunity to judge the footage directly. This situation has resulted in three primary viewpoints. One faction postulates that the material is extraterrestrial, an alien organism or foreign entity that survived its journey through space and displays basic behavior. Advocates point to the apparent responsiveness and shape-shifting of the substance as indicative of life from beyond Earth. Another perspective acknowledges a biological explanation but favors terrestrial origins. They propose that the goo could be an unknown fungus or a colony of extremophiles that either hitchhiked from the rock or successfully colonized its surface after landing. This theory hinges on the notion of resilient life finding ways to survive harsh conditions. The third viewpoint regards the phenomenon as technological. To those supporters, the glossy sheen, branching growth, and modular behavior suggest engineered matter, possibly self-replicating or programmable substances unknown to present scientific understanding. If true, it would mean Chin's discovery could be a sample representing technology far beyond human comprehension. The conversation took a grimmer turn when Chin revealed he was being pressured to stop. He issued a statement indicating he'd been ordered to retract his claims and cease uploads, hinting that he was being forced to declare the entire story as false. This disclosure sent his followers into a frenzy. Thousands scrambled to share, archive his posts, and speculated anxiously regarding an impending cover-up. They recalled past cases where extraordinary phenomena faded from public view after intervention from authorities or private interests, interpreting Chin's situation as a sign of pressure to keep the object from circulation. To his viewers, the locked safe emerged as a symbol of resistance, an effort to prevent removal without witnesses. Supporters began organizing watch lists, preparing to archive his clips if his account were to suddenly vanish. Theories regarding potential callers ranged widely, from government bodies to private collectors. Whether these calls were benign or hostile remains uncertain, yet the notion of outside interference intensified the urgency surrounding this narrative. Currently, the black substance remains secure inside the safe, while Chin continues releasing intermittent updates. Each new video ignites further speculation, yet definitive answers elude the audience. Whether the black goo is alien, biological, or technological, and whether the pressure on Chin seeks confiscation or originates from more benign origins, remains a subject of intense scrutiny for the public and the burgeoning online community. What began as an ordinary discovery has evolved into an unfolding mystery. Part visual evidence, part human drama, and part examination of how modern networks respond when unusual phenomena face secrecy and suspicion. In a society increasingly fascinated by unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial technology, a Twitter post from a man named Jerry, claiming to be a NASA engineer, has ignited debate. Jerry's recent tweet claimed that NASA and the US government have long understood how UFOs operate. He then added a shocking detail: the materials needed to construct such advanced crafts must be made in zero gravity and under extreme temperatures. This tweet sent shockwaves through the online community, raising questions about what the government and scientific community truly know about UFOs. Just hours after the post gained traction, Jerry's account went private, and the tweet vanished, suggesting he may have faced threats or silencing. His tweet emphasized that the government has long known how UFOs function and that the materials required to replicate them cannot be fabricated under normal conditions. To the millions of UFO enthusiasts scouring the internet for signs of disclosure, Jerry's tweet was a revelation. It hinted that both NASA and the government not only possess knowledge about UFOs but also understand their mechanisms, insight that hasn't reached the public. Stating the materials needed for replication can only come from zero-gravity environments indicates a significant technological barrier preventing humanity from creating such vehicles, despite the known information. The implications are staggering. If true, it indicates that NASA and the government have recognized extraterrestrial technology for years and may have attempted to reverse engineer it. The constraints of Earth's gravity and necessary extreme temperatures could explain why this technology hasn't been openly employed. Following Jerry's tweet, it gained immense popularity, trending within UFO circles. Users screenshot the tweet, anticipating it might be deleted, and the hashtag disclosure emerged amid speculation surrounding its validity. Soon, however, their concerns materialized. Approximately 3 hours post-tweet, Jerry's account was set to private, and the initial message disappeared. Those who tried to follow him after the tweet's viral spread found his page inaccessible. While some surmised that Jerry took precautions out of fear, others speculated about more sinister motivations. Did he voluntarily delete the tweet, or was he coerced? The quick disappearance of Jerry's account only intensified speculation across platforms such as Reddit and Twitter. Researchers theorized he might have faced threats, explaining the rapid sequence of events as coincidental. The tweet, if taken seriously, opens a multitude of theories regarding what NASA and the US government might understand about UFOs. Some extraterrestrial proponents see Jerry's statement as further proof that the government has possessed UFO technology dating back to the infamous Roswell incident in 1947. They suggest ongoing reverse engineering efforts, hindered by the advanced materials employed in these crafts, which cannot be replicated with present technology. The notion of these materials requiring production in zero gravity aligns with propulsion system theories and alloys that defy earthly standards. If NASA and other agencies have access to such materials, they would require space-based facilities for their recreation, facilities that may not exist or lack adequate advancement. An alternative theory suggests that Jerry's tweet was an intentional leak to assess public reaction. Some posit that NASA or the government may prepare for eventual disclosure, using the tweet as a test to measure public response. However, when reactions proved too fervent and immediate, the tweet was quickly removed, and Jerry's account was locked down. Interestingly, mainstream media has largely ignored this event. Despite the tweet's virality within specific online communities, major news organizations have refrained from coverage. This raises suspicions that the media may be complicit in obscuring UFO information and governmental cover-ups. Others contend that without verifiable credentials regarding Jerry's identity, the subject is too speculative for authoritative reporting. Meanwhile, the UFO community finds itself divided. Many enthusiasts have embraced Jerry's statement, believing it heralds imminent disclosure or critical leaks of information. They interpret the swift removal of the tweet as evidence of suppression, theorizing that Jerry may have been coerced into silence to prevent further information dissemination. Nonetheless, skepticism exists. Critics argue that without substantiation of Jerry's identity as a NASA engineer, there's little reason to trust his claims. In an era rife with misinformation and online pranks, it's easy for someone to fabricate a backstory for attention. The absence of concrete evidence beyond the tweet itself has led some to dismiss the incident as a potential hoax or publicity stunt. Jerry's tweet, authentic or otherwise, underscores the public's ongoing hunger to unearth the truth behind UFOs and their technology. The rapid spread of his tweet and the subsequent speculation regarding its disappearance illustrate a thick desire for answers and widespread skepticism of government transparency. The mystery surrounding Jerry's account conjures more questions than solutions. If Jerry's assertions hold water, the implications are staggering, indicating decades of secrecy and technological pursuits yet to yield results. Conversely, if the tweet is proven a hoax, it reflects society's deep fascination with and belief in UFO phenomena. In the aftermath of the mysterious tweet's swift deletion, online communities drew comparisons to the narratives of other whistleblowers who disclosed UFO information only to face intimidation. These whistleblowers, many claiming connections to governmental entities or military organizations, recount experiences suggesting coordinated efforts to muzzle those with knowledge of extraterrestrial phenomena. As Jerry's case unfolded, these accounts lent additional credibility to the idea of organized suppression regarding UFO information, especially concerning technological advancements and government involvement. Over the past decade, several whistleblowers have emerged, risking their careers and personal safety to share their insights on UFOs and covert programs. Among the most notable cases is that of Luis Elizondo, a former Pentagon official who led the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. After resigning in 2017 due to a lack of transparency within the Department of Defense regarding UFO encounters, he began speaking openly about the program's findings. Though Elizondo manages to share his experiences, he has suggested that others who wished to come forward faced severe repercussions, including threats to their careers and reputations. Elizondo asserts that individuals warning them to remain silent faced career derailments. This aligns with the theory that whistleblowers like Jerry may face intimidation tactics when revealing sensitive information. More recently, numerous military personnel have shared their UFO encounter accounts alongside the threats they faced for speaking out. Former Air Force members claim to have witnessed UFOs near nuclear facilities. They allege being instructed not to discuss their experiences, with many even coerced into signing non-disclosure agreements. Some describe encounters with unidentified individuals visiting them post-sighting, issuing warnings to maintain secrecy. These reports suggest a shadowy network may seek to silence those with direct knowledge of UFO activity, particularly around sensitive areas like military bases and nuclear installations. Threats and intimidation are not confined to military personnel. Several civilian employees, including defense contractors and NASA workers, report being warned or threatened after divulging what they know regarding UFOs. Some recount receiving anonymous calls, having their communications monitored, or being followed by unmarked vehicles after discussing their experiences. One notable example involved a contractor who claimed knowledge of classified aerospace projects. After noting unusual crafts to colleagues, he received warnings from government officials, emphasizing that his security clearance and employability were at risk if he continued discussing such topics. This scenario mirrors the intimidation faced by Jerry following his tweet, suggesting a widespread pattern extending into private sectors. Another case involves a former NASA engineer who emerged anonymously in 2019, claiming that NASA possesses classified footage of unidentified objects captured during missions that was never revealed to the public. He and his peers were reportedly warned that speaking out could lead to career termination. Ultimately retiring and later going public under a pseudonym, the engineer asserted that the threats had silenced him for years. Considering the history of whistleblowers encountering intimidation, it's understandable why many believe Jerry's silence and tweet removal are not coincidental. The fast-paced developments, the rapid visibility of his tweet followed by its sudden elimination, echo other instances where individuals were threatened for sharing sensitive UFO-related info. In online discussions, users speculate that Jerry could have received a warning similar to those endured by past whistleblowers. Some theorize that governmental agents or representatives from covert organizations contacted him, either forcing him to delete his tweet or gain control of his account entirely. Others propose that the threats were indirect, perhaps through reminders emphasizing his obligation to protect classified information. The sudden emergence of his social media silence leaves numerous questions, yet it fits a broader pattern of suppression experienced by UFO whistleblowers. The repeated accounts of these individuals facing threats underscore a significant fear within governmental and military institutions, the fear of disclosure. Should whistleblowers like Jerry or Bob Lazar reveal details indicating that the government has knowledge of or access to extraterrestrial technology, it could have profound consequences. Such revelations would challenge accepted scientific paradigms and provoke public demand for accountability. Moreover, officially confirming the existence of advanced technology that surpasses current engineering capabilities, like what Jerry suggested, would amplify scrutiny on why such knowledge remains secret for so long and what measures are in place to advance or disclose this technology. Alongside disturbing reports of intimidation faced by whistleblowers, several insiders have unveiled captivating insights into the remarkable flight methods attributed to UFOs. These whistleblowers, including former military personnel, aerospace engineers, and defense contractors, describe technologies and systems that challenge the conventional understanding of physics and aerospace engineering.